everybody, and welcome back to This is the Police. It's day 96. The Freeburg Tribune says bakery closed for disinfection. Oh god. Golden Bird, Dragon's Lair Club hosting regional martial arts tournament. And the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, study finds 86% of clowns are schizophrenic. I believe that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. My son came down with a serious illness. Come tomorrow. Fucking Sterling! Sterling is just always fucking calling out. Oh my god. Explosives. Sweet, got a raise. Sweet. Oh, Shift B is the one that needs people, so we'll hire for Shift B. Creed Iron Rose, wow. Alright. Mass riot. Right, starting off the morning with a mass riot. Freeburg's Department of Housing evicted 60 retired construction workers from their homes. Over a decade ago, they received housing on favorable terms and their contribution to the development of the city. Most of the evicted people took to the streets demanding they be left alone and allowed to live in their own homes. Wanda Parker, another retiree, is leading the demonstration. She said that they aren't formally registered as tenants, and their registration there is renewed every year by the mayor. The mayor's office stressed that no one officially lives in these apartments, so there can't be a problem of evicting homeless people. Yeah, let's send some people to that. One more detective. Alright, we're gonna get Cynthia Ames. Who needs a detective? They have... Oh, no, actually, Shift A is the one who's in desperate need of detectives. Alright. Sweet. We are low on people today, though. Out in front, there's a huge crowd of elderly people yelling. Try to calm down the crowd. What? How? Hello, police. I was taking out the trash and I heard a ticking sound coming from the neighbor's cans. Okay. During an English literature class, a wild dog ran in and began to snap at the students. The guy from Animal Control arrived, but he wanted to impress the kids and got a real gun and tried to shoot the dog. At the last moment, the dog lunged and the man shot a schoolgirl instead. The teacher attacked the shooter and also received a bullet in the stomach. The suspect started shouting that the whole thing was an accident and then disappeared into the basement of the school. Holy shit! Well, Florida is now, like, really above the crowd now. There was no bomb in the garbage. The ticking sound was coming from an antique cuckoo clock that someone threw away. What a lovely piece, said the woman. I'm taking this inside with me.
We've got a situation here.
In the darkness of the basement, you can see the silhouette of a man sitting, hugging his knees, whimpering and mumbling under his breath that this should never have happened. Toss us your gun, nice and slow. The suspect wipes his tears away and suddenly jumps up and screams, I'm not going to jail! There's a gun in his hand. Hit him with the taser.
412.
How did you... Okay. Animal rights activist Betty Medina said that the local kennel for stray animals is run by a group of sadists who mock the beasts, maim, and even kill them. I've been following these monsters, and I'm prepared to provide plenty of proof for their inhumane acts. I mean, I am all about taking down people who abuse animals. That's the worst. I like animals more than I like people.
Progress.
Oh good, a mass riot. Television star Manuel Torreblanca was exiting the beauty salon when a group of fans noticed him. They grew so excited that they began to tear at his clothes. The actor managed to retreat and lock himself inside the salon. Hurry, I think they're going to break the shop window. Good. And they both got a little bit better for it.
11A in progress.
We just received an anonymous tip. There's a meat truck making a run. Along with the frozen meat, they're smuggling heroin hidden in the cow carcasses. The truck has an armed escort. Great. Great! It's an unfortunate reality that if we lose officers, we are much more likely to lose more officers because we don't have the manpower to then deal with the big cases like this drug trafficking. All 5 of these people are probably going to die.
Officer on scene.
Oh, the police car draws alongside the truck, but it doesn't slow down. There's a jeep right behind it filled with men carrying guns. This is your last warning. Stop immediately.
11A.
Oh, that's so good. And we found some heroin. And we need more people. Several armed men stormed the temple and started hacking up the gold statue of Buddha. A man on the verge of hysteria called in, "No, no, my house was attacked by crows, so many that they darkened the sky. The sounds of the cawing deafened my ears. They surrounded the house, climbed through the cracks, and they're threatening my whole family!" That sounds like a false alarm. Sales clerk Ronaldo Cotto witnessed from behind a black visitor dropping a gun, which he quickly then grabbed and hid again. Then, like nothing happened, the suspicious man continued to peruse the vermicelli. Mr. Cotto is afraid that the guy is up to something.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
in progress.
Pulling into the city, a car cut in front of a van, which rolled over and went off the road. About a dozen foreigners climbed out of the back. Could be they were brought here illegally to work construction in Freiburg. Witnesses saw some armed men at the site of the accident. We're going to need more people for that, which means we're probably not going to make that.
413.
A single raven was sitting on the roof of the house, croaking loudly. It turns out the man who called the station is suffering from a mental disorder. God, he was all the way in the suburbs, though.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
No.
1210 complete.
There actually was a suspicious individual, okay.
910 in progress.
Alright, we gotta try 2 people. They're not gonna do it. Yep, they're not gonna do it. 2, 1. It's not gonna make it.
1112.
A girl just called him reporting she'd been robbed near an ATM. She was crying as she spoke. He came up from behind and put a knife to my throat. I gave him my bag and he ran away. He took off with half my paycheck. Sweet, sell that. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I was about to say, but good thing nobody died. Okay, so that didn't happen. He's not naked. That didn't happen. He's not naked. That didn't happen. They didn't drown him. Alright, so these are not real. Oh wait, no, that is the right gun. So we shot him. But none of the rest of these are right. Because he's clothed in all of them. So we need one more. Alright, I have no idea what's going on with this one. I don't know what's going on with that one. I'm sorry that you died, sir. My policemen were occupied with a fucking bird.
910B complete.
Alright, Freeburg Tribune, analyst, insurance company popularity is growing. Golden Bird, high quality counterfeit money floods Freeburg. Awesome. And the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, talking parrot terrifies morgue employee. That's hysterical. I guess. Yes, go home if you're drunk. Okay, that's legit. Go home. Yes, that's also legit. Let's climb the stairs. No! I drank too much. Fine. Jeez. No, we've listened to this one a few times. Sweet.
1010A in progress.
A woman draped in explosives walked into the shopping center. She set fire to the children's store and then sat down to pray. Eyewitnesses report she's waiting for a divine sign to blow herself up. Jesus. Alright, no, Pongdana, you are not going to lead us on this. God, we lost so many people that day.
1310 in progress.
Hello, this is Bill Buckler. I called a phone sex line and asked to connect to that blonde with the big breasts, but the girl that answered was my second cousin Cheryl. We figured out who each other was after we got to talking. Then she started crying and hung up. She got a face like a saw blade and she must be 50 years old. I want those two-faced phone sex swindlers arrested. Jeez, okay.
In progress.
Oops. Oh. I didn't realize I could click on that. Oh my god. Suspect is kneeling on the ground, ignoring everything around. It seems that she is praying. Hands up, don't make any sudden movements. Nothing criminal took place here. Alcoholic Eugene Ward won $45,000 at the lottery. He returned home with his winnings and boasted about it to his drinking buddies in the yard. They all toasted Mr. Ward and congratulated him on his good fortune. But once he was good and hammered, they beat him up and stole the money. That kind of sounds like your fault, though. Let's be honest. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this is all so expensive and stupid. I didn't realize I could click on that, though. That would have been real nice when I wanted to get rid of Gorshkov. Oh my gosh. 3 teenagers were goofing around and accidentally knocked over a rack of expensive cognac. The shop owner tried to detain them, but the young people beat him up pretty bad, grabbed a few surviving bottles, and bolted out the door. Cognac, it's cognac. Oh my god, you can tell I don't drink and that it's late. Some local guys caught two teenagers writing racist graffiti on the wall of a house. They started beating them, and the crowd has gathered, cheering them on. I think they might kill those boys, said one eyewitness. Son Percy. Why not?
1310 in progress.
A nervous man reported that the waitress is trying to poison him with some kind of mysterious liquid. I don't believe that. The police have received several complaints about a certain bank branch. The customers its customers claim say they've gotten several counterfeit bills, and the branch manager denies any involvement. Fuck.
910
Good job, guys. Money, let's launder that. How many people do you need? You need 4. Fuck.
in progress. 410 officer.
There's a homeless couple staggering around the gate where the offenders were last spotted. Quickly question them. The police have cited some teenagers who fit the description of the suspects. The teens spot the police and throw the bottles of cognac in their direction. Pursue them.
412A completion. 1310 completion.
I don't have anybody.
412A
The nervous customer didn't like the color of the coffee.
415 in progress.
Great. 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 Why? It's because Percy was there. Oh, shit. During the amateur championship of the popular Vaults and Lizards card game, one player, fearing he was about to lose, pulled out a knife and stabbed his opponent's hand, then grabbed the judge and demanded he be declared the winner. Reckless endangerment. One of the workers for the from the construction site says that one of the guys came to work drunk and climbed on the crane. The man could hardly stand, and it didn't seem like he understood what was happening. Alright. Let's wait just one more second.
415 in progress.
Okay. Nally and Dixon, go to that. Mr. Boyd, I have a serious problem. The fire department raided my skyscraper in a surprise inspection and evacuated the building due to gross violations of safety. I had already had everything smoothed over with the last guy, but the new chief inspector is refusing to negotiate. I want you to send your most convincing police employees to his office. Tell them to show the stubborn inspector the lay of the land. I'm losing money every hour over his principles. A pet store saleswoman reported a delusional customer who stood staring at the snake section and suddenly began smashing the terrarium and throwing the snakes onto the floor. "Reptiles should be free!" he yelled, scaring away all the other customers. The saleswoman remained calm. "It's a good thing we don't carry any poisonous species. You, ma'am, should be fired because you don't even know what kind of snakes you're dealing with. There is no such thing as a poisonous snake. They're only venomous. Shut the fuck up." And snakes that live in captivity have much longer, healthy, and happier lives than those in the wild. I should know. I'm saving for one.
412.
Because it's my dream pet. A drunk crane operator almost crushed one of his co-workers. Demand over the loudspeaker that the man stop.
415 completion.
I fucking love snakes. You. I fucking love snakes. But that doesn't mean you should do that to them. A woman called to report a fight. There's a bunch of Chinese fighting in the park. Hurry, there's kids around. Alright. It was only the Dragon's Lair Martial Arts Club meeting outside to enjoy the fresh air. Driving along the road, a trucker noticed a disheveled man wearing a bloodstained shirt pulling a hysterical woman into the forest by her hair. The trucker wanted to stop right there, but then decided it would be smarter to quickly get to a phone and call the cops. That would be smarter, so we'll send some people to that.
511 in progress.
War veteran Asa Pickering got into an argument with his neighbor Alan Burnham over the garbage he leaves out in the driveway in front of his house. It developed into a serious fight, and Mr. Burnham drew his gun and opened fire. He wounded his neighbor in the thigh, and the wounded man managed to run into his house and return a few minutes later with a gun of his own. The firefight is still ongoing, and stray bullets are flying into all the neighboring houses. One of those wild shots wounded the teenage daughter of Alice Hawthorne, who called the police. We're going to send our best guys to this, and Percy. And SWAT, in hopes of getting Percy some man points.
Officer on scene. Look for
At the site indicated by the trucker, there's a fresh trail of dirt and blood leading into the forest. Follow the trail into the woods. In the clearing is a bloody woman, and above her is an angry man who's strangling her. The suspect has a frozen glare. It seems he's not himself. Shoot the suspect with the taser.
611 complete.
Okay. He questioned him. He got spat on. Alright, Christopher G. Stan hardly ever leaves the ranch. Christopher G. Stan is devoting a lot of time to his new project. Christopher G. Stan has gone to visit his elderly mother. Who's Beasley's? Alright, he likes the circular saw. Right? The circular saw? Yeah. Or a reciprocating saw. Good job, everybody. Now hurry back, because I want Markiplier and Pongdana to arrest Sand. Never mind. Never mind. Beasley, I need you to work tomorrow. Markiplier, you can have the day off. Alright, Freeburg Tribune, petty shoplifting charges for pop star Elena Moraes. Golden Bird study, women use phone sex more than men. Interesting. I believe it. And the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, Magpie Publishing House offers free print copies of school textbooks. That's nice of them. Gorshkov. Alejandro. I drank too much? Yes, go home. No. We need some good music. What's the one I like? White Russian is the one I like. We need some good music for arresting Sand. Let's take our last 2 Mafia shares. I assume that these are our last 2 Mafia shares. Floridor and Koenig. And SWAT.
911 in progress.
A woman called to report that she's caught a thief red-handed. I had all my underwear stolen several times. I leave it to dry in the air after I do my laundry. Today I saw a teenage boy on a bicycle pull my favorite panties off the clothesline. The dirty boy is riding his bike around the neighborhood right now. Okay. Take one of the new people. We're gonna take down fucking Sand, and this will totally make up for the fact that we lost the dentist. An addict ran into a diner, threatened everyone with a pistol, and demanded all the cash from the register and the wallets from the visitors. He fired 2 shots into the ceiling. A young and hysterical teacher reported that a student brought a bomb to school. The boy was always too serious for a normal child. I always suspected something bad was going on. And today, when Ahmed came to class, I heard something ticking in his backpack. His name's fucking Ahmed. Oh my god. That's gonna be a false alarm.
911.
Really? The decapitated body of Bogus Sahik was found in the window of his souvenir shop.
10:10 in progress. 11 in progress.
In the school's foyer, some students found a strange bundle which contained some kind of mechanism connected with wires and pipes. Most of the building was immediately evacuated. There's a bomb threat at 2 schools? Really? Then he's probably at the ice
Looks like
rink
we
then.
have a situation
Seeing the police, the
here.
suspect grabs a woman and points his gun at the officers. You're completely surrounded. Stick your hands up and surrender. The suspect throws the woman off and rushes toward the nice boobs toward the service door. Jump at him.
9:10 complete. In progress. 10:10
The terrorist was just 8-year-old Ahmed who brought his brand new wristwatches to school to show off to his friends. Oh, we don't have any people. Now we do. Coach Spencer Nettles began to molest one of his students in the classroom. She gave him several hard slaps trying to back him off. Instead, the man became furious and started tearing off the girl's clothes. It's a busy day for my cops.
10:10
Oh, God bless it. Okay.
12 in progress.
Breaking and entering, John Whitman, speaking in a slow voice, said that 10 men tried to climb through the window, but they all tried to do it at once and got themselves stuck. It's damn funny and a little scary to look at, all strange like a cartoon. Mr. Whitman continued in an unnatural tone. I think this is a false alarm.
8:10 complete.
At the toy store, a baby started acting up, demanding a toy train. The mother first began to scream, then started whipping the boy with all her strength. The clerk called the police, saying that the woman is drunk or stoned and barely aware of what's going on. I'm afraid she'll maim the poor child. Alright. An unhappy customer carrying a baseball bat entered the showroom and started smashing up the cars on display. I bought a brand new car there, and after a month it wouldn't start, and you people wouldn't do anything. The manager tried to intervene and calm the man down, but he got a crack on the head for his trouble. The situation is heating up. Okay, Sarah Sock, the victim's wife. In the recent years, we've struggled to keep the store open. The location isn't very good. There's not a lot of foot traffic and not many casual shoppers. We depend a lot on our regulars. The summer is always a loss, but we make up for it during the holiday season. We always have the best Halloween costumes in town. Bogus loved that holiday. Me too. An hour before the estimated time of Mr. Sock's death, the camera across the street caught only a few people. 2 twin girls, a tall man in a gray coat, and a bearded homeless man searching through the garbage can. Is that a Batman Beyond reference? Mr. Sock died from a gunshot to the chest. The beheading was all post-mortem. The head was cut off slowly and with some difficulty. The whole shop floor was covered in blood, and his neck was a bloody mess. That was a real bomb threat. John Whitman had taken a triple dose of medications and sat all evening staring at a blank white wall. 10 people stuck in the window wasn't the only cartoon he saw. Really?
We've got a situation
When he spots
here.
the police, Mr. Nettles releases the girl and begins to move back toward the locker room, saying, "Look, we were just fooling around." Think any of this was caught on surveillance? The coach rushes toward his bag and pulls out a gun. "Just go away, you got the wrong idea about this." Shoot him with the taser.
6:11 complete.
First day on the job, you guys. Really? So he actually went to visit his elderly mother.
11:11 in progress.
We received an anonymous tip. Some cocaine is being stored at the back of a coffee shop. Okay. Well, sand has to be at the nursing home then.
Looks like we have a
The woman
situation
continues to thrash
here.
the boy, who seems to have lost consciousness. Drag the woman off the child.
4:14 complete.
Florida and Koenig and SWAT. Let's go. I don't have anybody.
12 complete.
Okay, well, nobody was hurt.
4:10 in progress.
Lori Nauer, speaking in a lifeless voice, claims that someone killed her husband and that nobody cares. I've just buried him in the ground. Can you tell me why nobody cares? This is murder. Isn't this your job? Okay, that's sketchy.
We've got a situation here.
There's nothing suspicious about the cafe's dining area. There's a couple sitting at the table talking quietly, waiters walking about. Behind the bar is a beefy bartender. Ask the bartender to show you the back room. The bartender throws a coffee pot at the cops and pulls a gun from under the counter. Flip over the table and hide behind it.
1111.
Well,
311A in progress.
Two guys waiting to get into the nightclub refused to share a place in line with each other and started a fight. Security has decided not to interfere. We caught fucking sand. We caught Christopher G. Sand. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to eliminate the gang. Achievement unlocked. Harpooned whale. Oh, fuck yes.
410B.
That was one up on this day. Lori Nauer's husband died of cancer, which he'd been suffering with for the past 4 years. During the funeral, the woman crumbled under a mountain of sorrow and fell into shock. She's unable to account for her actions. Linda Hill reports that her neighbor Tamara Postagna was having a fight with her husband during dinner and that she just grabbed a kitchen knife and stuck it in his neck. She's absolutely lost it. She turned on the gas and is going to light a fire and blow up the whole apartment with the children inside. She won't listen to me. This is so good.
Officer on scene.
One of the participants in the fight grabbed a bottle of beer and smashed it against the wall. He's wielding the splinters like a knife. His opponent grabs his hand and places another at his throat, shouting something. Fire warning shot into the air. The detainee strikes a police officer and tries to escape. Shoot him with a taser. It's been going well for us so far. We had lots of people on the sand case. We did lose some people,
In progress.
but it'll be okay. 6 young men were playing kickball and accidentally smashed a shop window. The shop owner came out to deal with the situation, but the men beat him up and they just kept on playing kickball. An eyewitness said one player had a gun. How's it feel,
Looks like we have a situation
Siavich?
here.
You're the last recruit to survive. A man's corpse is lying on the kitchen floor, and there's a barely conscious woman sitting with a matchbox in her hands. The smell of gas is very strong. Turn off the gas. From the next room comes the sound of crying. The door is locked. Break down the door and take the child out to the street.
410B complete. 210 in progress.
2 immigrants are drinking alcohol on a park bench and singing loudly in Bulgarian. Any passersby who comment are shown the middle finger. It is the universal language.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant.
What is the difference of this one? Delay of payment? No, this is an eviction notice. Fuck. Okay. You probably went to the hotel. Spoke to the twins. No, he probably went to the hotel, spoke to the twins, who killed him, and then buried his body. Nope, okay. Yellow tape. Wait, how does he... With a hoist. Alright. I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like money. It's not money. So we still need one more frame. Okay, so he's at work. Some customers come into the store. They threaten to shoot him. This one will be them shooting him, and then they cut off his head.
Complete.
Alright, we did lose 5 officers today, which is not great.
412.
Good job, everybody. In the day. Yeah, we'll just declare everyone dead. We definitely need to get some more officers. But that's a problem for tomorrow. That is all the time I have for today, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Rael. I'll see you next time. Bye!